All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am babysitting again tonight for a lady, her little Yorkie. But let's get down to the title of the video, Kolburger, Inside the Mind of Kolburger. Did you guys read the statement, the memoirs of Brian Kolburger? Have you guys seen that yet? Very disturbing. Tells a story of a person way before the murders that might have had psychiatric problems, uh, felt isolated. He even admits he was a jerk his whole life, a snub, you know, in his mind better than everybody else, but in the same thing, in his mind, beating himself down, right? Very disturbing. And Delphi, the case that just keeps going. The case that leaked the leakers, that leaked the leaky leakers. Phenomenal. The case that just keeps on giving. So, for people that think, well, it wasn't Brian Kohlberger, well, if it was not Brian Kohlberger that did the murders, I would say he still needs help from his memoirs or writings or whatever, or interviews or reevaluations, whatever you want to call it. And that goes for the Delphi case too. They must have significant proof other than what these people are hearing to hold Richard Allen. Right? They must have something pretty dang good to be holding him, or it's just flat out corruption, and they're trying to pin it on him and anyone they can, folks, because so much time has gone by that yeah, they're being pressured to solve the case. What do I think? I don't want to believe that our police departments would do anything like that, but there are people out there that work for the police department that are very bad. So it is, it is plausible and possible because corruption is everywhere. But do I think do I think it's corruption on a big scale? No. Uh, I think the main thing is they're trying to cover up that the photos were taken without defense's knowledge. And the one defense, if you read that, it says they never seen them photos before. Well, where did them photos come from? If defense is saying they've never seen them photos before, what? Who got the photos? Who leaked it? Nobody. Nobody. The police. No. No. What we got is YouTubers that either hacked, got the information, somebody leaked it to them, and they put it out all over YouTube. Which this is a line of crap, folks. This Odin crap or whatever. It was probably a bunch of people, if you ask my opinion, but this whole secret worshiping witchery, sorcery, Odin's in the woods or whatever, I don't think so. Like I said, we're going to stick with the pedo ring or whatever it was that was going around out there, gang affiliated or whatever. I don't know. It could have been a pedo ring. But they all were affiliated with some kind of a club, biker club organization, something, who knows? I think the police are on the right track, though. And they have been. If you don't live out in Indiana, you probably would never know how many people they've been picking up out here, right? They've been picking up a lot of people out here. It's been in the paper. Matter of fact, there was something in the paper about another case or something saying that ISP or something like that, or might have been corrupt or something like that. I mean, it's all over the place. Good evening, Debbie Fox. So, yeah, it's very possible. Very, very possible. And with Kolburger, all you got to do is read that memo. You know, JLR was reading some of it, and I was like, well, this explains the look in his eye. You know, the look in his eyes, the yeah, yeah. If he ain't the killer, he definitely needs some help. Yes, little Sophie today. Well, I mean tonight. What a dude, baby. What? What? There. What? All right, you lay down. There's your teddy bear. No? She don't want the teddy bear tonight. Good evening, Justice Jane. We were just talking about the member Brian Kolberger and talking about the Delphi case. I don't know if you've seen his memoirs, his writings, Inside the Mind of Brian Kolberger, but kind of a dark place, right? She's not my doggy, Justice Jane. I'm babysitting her for a lady and gentleman that are going out of town for a day. So I'm babysitting her. She's adorable. I know everybody. Oh my God, they love her. I know. I know. She can't sleep without that torn up teddy bear. Right? Dogs today. They're like humans. They're like humans. No, I just picked her up tonight, Justice Jane. I just fed her a little while ago. And then she's on a diet. The owners are like, she just give her this amount of food. And I'm like, well, she's going to want some food from me because she sits right here in her bed and looks at me as I'm eating. And usually I share my either English muffin, the sausage, the egg with her, or my biscuits and gravy. But she's on a diet lately. She's very mad at me. Well, tonight I had boneless chicken. Uh, and she's on a diet. And she just sit here the whole time looking at whining the whole time. Oh, well, of course I broke down. I gave her a little bit. I did. But she's on a strict diet. She's got vegetarian food that I have to keep in the refrigerator. Yeah. Oh, she's spoiled. She's definitely spoiled. You think she misses? No, she's just tired. Pretty soon here, stick around, Justice Jane. She's gonna roll over on her back, and she's gonna want me to pet her stomach or belly until she falls asleep. I don't know what it is. It's like a human. It's like a small human. Hey, Kelt, how you doing? So, have any of you read the memoirs of Brian Kolburger? Right? Just read the memoir, and you could tell very disturbed person throughout life. Uh, on psychological medicine, uh, beating himself down within a very dark place. Could he have committed them murders? Yes. With that state of mind, with what we're finding in the memoirs of reading the memoirs of, yes, I would say probably. Very troubled young man, alone, loneliness, right? He isolated himself almost like a serial killer, right? Kept to himself, uh, lonely, reaching out for something, right? They put him on medicine for his mental illness problems. Uh, he thought that was driving him crazy, but then he would come off the medication. He told people he knew how to detox himself, right? On medication. Well, I know this. I was on uh, medicine for 9 years. Wait, 9, 10 years, something like that. 8 years, somewhere in there. I can't remember how long I took it. Uh, and it did really help. But after so long of taking it, it'll start damaging your body. And then you have to come off of it. But you have to come off of it in small doses. You can't just stop taking it one day, right? You just can't wake up and say, I'm not going to take it no more and not take it. You'll have side effects from it. And actually, you could die from. They have to wean you off of it. Little by little, they have to wean you off of it. And maybe that's what happened to him. He came off of his medication, self diagnosing, withdrawing himself off the medication. And that even probably caused more trouble or more mental problem. I don't know. I shouldn't even talk because I got a mental problem myself. Let's see. Honestly, Johnny, I'm true crime out. Even think of leaving most of the delphi stuff. Oh my God, it's so crazy. The women and everything. Do any of these women in true crime smile? Do they have emotions anymore? Do any of the dudes? They've been doing it so long with all these crime channels. It's like you look at them and go, "That's one stunning, beautiful, incredible woman," but it looks like she's lost and in a cocoon of sorrow, death, madness of watching nothing but crime 24/7. And then you see them go through these changes of ups and downs and all around, and I'm like, yeah, that's crime. 24/7, all you're doing is covering other people's horrible situations. It's got to play a toll on some of these ladies and dudes. I'm having a nice cup of tea right now, relaxing. Yeah, I was at I watch if you want to watch some good crime channels, ATS News is very good. Criminality, been over there. Alex Erickson, uh, Melissa Jade, and Crazy Mama, and all they do is report on the crime. They're not trying to solve it. They're not trying to solve the cases. They just report on it, and they're good channels. I've been watching Josh lately from the lab and Chris McDowell, and a couple other channels. Trying to get it all the way around. Sorry, I'm trying not to type so fast. Oh, it's all right, Kel. You can misspell here. Right. Brian allegedly admitted as a teen that he felt no emotion. Yeah, read the memoir. It's almost like Jason. Friday the 13th or something. Right? No emotion, no nothing. Right? And isolation will do that from you. No friends. He probably was trying to, you know, he was a man. I don't know if he was gay or not, but I can speak for being a dude, a straight man, that the lack of a woman and affection or uh, the opposite sex, you go without that for so long, you forget how to act. Right? You act like if you're hanging around with one of the dudes at the bar or something, right? You just forget how to act. Right? I feel for the dude, but even in his memoirs, he said that he felt like he was a jerk. He thought he was better than everybody, or sometimes, or I don't know. And later told childhood friends that he wanted to study high-profile criminal crime. Yeah, excuse me. Brian is ROTC. He had a running buddy. Went to bars with friends. Yeah, Kelt, he was out there. He was at. I bet you. Well, I won't bet. I'm not a betting man, but he probably was. He probably drank at the same bar as Jack Decor and all the. And believe it or not, folks, all them people are still suspects. Jack Decor, Jack, whatever the other name Jack was, the boyfriend or whatever, still a suspect. Food truck guys, bushy eyebrow guy, Fat Joe Jabola or whatever his name was, or what the dudes and everybody's calling him or whatever, big giant bushy ear. The dude that walked up that had nothing on but a pair of shorts and a tank top. All of them, all them people that were around the food truck, even the roommates. And here's the most fishiest part about that case with Kolburger. That's a dead giveaway. Something fishy happened there, and it could have been a cover up, and they all were in on it. Maybe, possibly, was the time between the intrusion of the house and the time that they called the police. Massive amounts of time went by before anyone called the police. Who raises who what there's somebody that got hurt. You can hear it. You can hear people screaming. You're hearing spooky, crazy stuff, right? Now Kohlberger, his whole thing was he wasn't there. He wasn't, he was driving around or whatever. Justice Jane, I agree. Well, his sister's an actor. Right? He might have been jealous. Broke away from the family. Possibly. Yeah, went and the whole house smelled like blood. Well, either that or feces. After so much time goes by, you lose your body excrements, whether you want to or not. So yes, I would imagine the house would have had a smell, unless it was cleaned up. You know, and I'm already pointing out speculations and stuff in the Delphi case with the crime scene photos, which we the people haven't seen the crime scene photos yet. These certain YouTubers have, right? Why didn't they leak it? This is how I know something fishy is going on. If they were going to leak photos to try and blow this case wide open, why didn't they call Channel 16 News or Channel 57 News out there in Indiana and leak the photos and all the information to them? Right? Why was it YouTube social media? Because I don't believe there was a leak like that. I believe either these people somewhere down had plans to get inside there and get any kind of information they could to leak it all over the internet so they could be the heroes. And I'll tell you another thing, folks, we're not going to stop because these YouTubers had that information longer than what they said. And these guys were talking about sticks and carvings and penetration, and one of the girls pregnant 4 years ago. So this whole YouTube thing, oh, this just happened. No, you folks are trying to what is that called? Re-dip into the pot again. Right? They're trying to make it's all brand new leaks and that. No, this has been out many, 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 many years ago. And this leak came out right around the time where the police came out and said the only people that would know anything about this case would be the killers or the person that had something to do with it or was there or knew somebody that was there and they were running their mouths about the crime. Does that make sense to anybody? That's why the police on the news out here in Indiana said they weren't releasing all the information for reasons. And yes, the police came out on camera and said, yes, there is more video and yes, there is more recording, but they could not release that. That makes sense to me. Because you can't walk up on the girls, kill them in 39 seconds and get them to the area that they were found in 39 seconds. Not unless you got help or not unless they went on their own. But you still can't get from the top of that bridge to where the girls were in 39 seconds. Even if you were running, probably couldn't get there in 39 seconds. I think Ellie has the right person in custody. I think they got more than that in custody, Justice Janey. And I think they got this club that everybody's been talking about on YouTube, being tough guys, running their mouths that they belong to some club. And these guys were throwing their weight around with their club. As once they said that Brad Holder wanted to break away and start his own thing, his own crew. I'm like, Odinism? That Odins don't talk like that. Odins don't say, hey, we're going to break away and start our own crew or whatever. That's not how the Odins work. Now the MC clubs, they run like that. When they start talking about they want to break away and start their own crew, their own chapter or whatever, that's MC motorcycle club stuff. So there might be a connection there. We don't know. right? You look up this Odinism stuff, and it's a bunch of people in the woods worshiping sticks. They worship trees, life. Uh, I guess uh, their nationality or whatever. It goes against everything they worship, right? They supposedly worship white people, you know, but yet they sacrifice two white people and leave evidence pointing right to them, saying, "Here we are." No, that just don't make sense. What's the problem? Does he go by Johnny or John? It don't matter. They all mean the same. My real name is John. When I first started on YouTube, my channel was John Kramer, music, movie stuff, but they put me with all the jigsaw stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I want to break away from that. Right? You type in John Kramer, what comes up? Jigsaw. Saw. So, it makes sense what's going on. Some of these YouTubers wanted to be the star. What did they do? They probably hacked, paid money. Who knows what? It just don't make sense, right? You want to blow the case open. You call CNN, right? You call the news. You don't call a podcaster. That's what's very fishy about this whole thing. Justice Jane, Kelp. Does that make any sense to you, folks? Wait a minute. We got to get this information out. It's a big secret cult of madmen and white nationalists take over everything. Well, you better get a hold of Anthony Greeno. You better get a hold of Rick Snay. We got to get this out. Yeah, but come on, folks. I mean, come on. No, you don't do that, right? You call the FBI, you call the CNN news or whatever. You don't call podcasters, right? It just don't happen. There's something very fishy about the Delphi case. Very, very fishy. I was almost going with somebody, a disgruntled person that might have had something against the police or family, right? But then when they hit, when then the information came out about one of the family members being a narc, an informant, which we don't know really what happened with that situation. We figured retaliation kill. And then Keegan Klein got busted for catfishing. Now he's going away for 40 years. 5, 6, or 7 charges were dropped. Very possibly he got caught, trafficked girls, and he talked, gave people up. Very possibly. And that's why they've dropped a lot of charges. Possibly, right? The whole kitty thing, wanting naked photos from 13-year-old, and he knew how old they were. That's the thing, right? It's not like it was a 30-year-old woman, a 50-year-old woman, whatever. He knew dang well that they were 13, 14 years old or whatever, 14, 15. So a lot of stuff. Hello, I'm back. Hello, Mr. Cartman. So yeah, it does. It's starting to make sense of all this. Right now, what do I think about oh, hey folks, YouTube is messing up again. I went to go live. I had nobody in lockup again. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Didn't have no mods. But now it's back and I got a mod in her, so. But the dang thing's been going out like crazy. They're redoing all the lines around her, so they say. No, it's not my dog for anybody coming in. I'm just dog sitting for a day. Can I be a mod? I don't know, Cartman. I don't know. Excuse me. So, what do you guys think? Do I think BG is Richard Allen? Well, that depends, man. 1 second it looks like it's Richard Allen. The stride is there. The body shape's there. The stance. We got some photos of him standing with his hands in his pocket like that. But here was the key clue. When the press released, the police released the press release and said, pay attention to the voice, because the voice might not be the man on the bridge. And when they released the other way around, they said the bridge, pay attention to bridge guy. Bridge guy might not be voice guy. Right? Then the police said that there was numerous voices on the recording other than Abby and Libby's. So that was another clue that it was possible there was other people there or other people in the distance that the phone picked up. There's a good chance that that bridge guy, whether it be Richard Allen, whether it be other suspects that are on the table, very well could have been the fall guy. And the girls could have already been either deceased or in captivity, and somebody was just setting up bridge guy. The killers or killers, the killer or killers could have had the phone and manipulated the phone. That's very possible. Right now, art of deception is, or deduction, art of deduction is saying he thinks he went back and cleaned up. That would be pretty risky, Dutchman. That would be taking a risk. You'd have to be completely nuts or have a police scanner. Did he have a scanner? That's the thing we want to know. Did he have a scanner? If he was to go back, he would have had to know it. Hey, I got to make sure it's clear. Were the bodies covered more than what people are saying? If he covered the bodies completely and you could not see the bodies, then it is possible that he left and came back. And he wasn't worried about nobody finding them because they were completely covered. You wouldn't have been able to see them. But the thing is once you leave there, like art of deduction was saying, maybe he left to go clean up, get rid of his clothes, whatever, and then he came back. Not, you're taking a chance. You're taking a chance of someone seeing you not once but twice, and that would make sense of why there was so many descriptions of people, but they all look different. Maybe he did leave and he came back all dressed in black. Right? But that's taking a big risk when you don't know if somebody's going to be there looking for him or not. Too risky. Too risky. Possible, but way too risky. He would have had to know if they were found yet, meaning using a police scanner to know if any calls came in of missing girls or any bodies found, dead bodies. Now, could he have gone back after the search was called off? Was he watching this whole thing unravel on social media and the news? Because it was on the news, I believe, that night. Very well possible, right? If he went back to that place, he would have had to have eyes or ears to go in there, and you're taking a risk, jeopardy of going in and being seen again. So I don't think he did. I think whoever did this, they were there. They knew it was going to be done. This was no spur of the moment thing because they would have attacked the three girls that seen him before the murder was right. Why 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 wait for two other girls when he had a chance to attack numerous girls that were there and ladies, right? Maybe he was on a mission. Maybe he was talking. This is what I'm thinking. Maybe somehow, some way, wind got out. Because now it's coming out that there was numerous people using the shots uh, account, right? Was it a ring where all it took was one person to say, "Hey, we got a couple more girls that we can kidnap and use for our club," like Chadwell was saying, right? We can use them for our club to have sex or whatever. Or one of them guys, Kurt or whatever. Maybe, very possible. But here's the bottom line. I don't care about leaks, about photos or whatever. I mean, I do, but that's not solving the case. All that's done is found out that what we already knew, that this country's corrupt in the justice system. We already knew that way before the Delphi case. It's also stating that uh, they've been screaming out all over Indiana for many years that there was a problem with these clubs, organizations, KKK, secret society crap. It all makes sense. I don't know why people are, they just can't put the dots together. You know, they picked up Kurt, picked up Kursick or whatever the other name dude was. Uh, they picked up that woman, which they're going to prison for killing an 18-year-old girl out there. They hit her body in the woods in a deer hunting thing, right? Over meth, sex, in some club that they belong to. You had Chadwell that was picked up. Uh, you had Klein that was picked up. You had numerous people that have been getting picked up out there, right? And what does Doug Carter keep saying whenever he's asked, do you think you got the guy? And he says, hey, Richard Allen has been arrested for the double murder. And we are still investigating this case and we will make more arrests if needed. Right? I don't think this case is over with. I think they're still going on with this. Let me get back to hey, Mr. Mark Klein, how you doing? Kel. Well, the KK interview, Ellie says he scanned account, lead them to the biggest ring in Indiana. So where is that? I don't know. I know this much. They created a task force, I think, right before the murders or right after the murders. A giant task force, and we're hiring a whole bunch of investigators to come onto the case. And like I said, they've been having trouble down there. So they created a task force uh, for it. And you're not going to create a giant task force if you don't have a problem. If it's just one pedo or one lure or one killer or whatever, you don't hire tons of investigators to come in. They brought in the FBI. People people think the FBI's kicked off the case, and I'm like, how? Where does that come from? How do you kick the FBI off the case? Even if you kick them off the case, they're still going to investigate it. I don't know if you folks know or not, but the FBI's got more power than a sheriff. I don't understand it. Not, I might be stupid, which I am, but I might not be seeing what these people are seeing. Oh, and it led LE to accounts overseas. Oh yeah, I would imagine so, Kelt. I'll tell you what, these hackers are so good. I wouldn't doubt it if these little suckers could manipulate your computer to make it look like you're them and they're you. Right? People are like, that's impossible. And I'm like, no, it is not impossible. And hacker can make you look like you're a sicko. And people would end up thinking it was you. And it wasn't. It was a hacker. And we got proof now because we got these YouTubers making fake videos, photo op videos, using other people that say this is Bridge Guy, and it wasn't Bridge Guy. It was a reenactment guy. And people got confused and thought the reenactment guy was actually Bridge Guy. It wasn't. Right? Yeah, I would say it's messed up. Right? I would say. And people today insist that can't be done. It can. And the reason they're saying that it can't be done is because they don't want you to know it can be done. And all these people screaming now, well, you're just a conspiracy theory. Listen, folks, if you don't believe in conspiracy theories, a conspiracy theory is a setup. If you don't believe that someone can be set up, then you're dumber than we thought. Not everything is a conspiracy, but they do exist. And when these people start brainwashing you to figure, to put in your head that conspiracies do not exist, that's when they will do the conspiracies. Because now they brainwash you into believing that there is no such thing as a conspiracy or a setup. You folks need to be really safe. You really have to think about this. I know for a fact conspiracies exist. For centuries, they conspired to kill people. It's not a lie, folks. I don't believe everything, but I do believe that conspiracies do exist. Let's see what Mark Klein's got to say. If it can be done, the FBI can handle it. Oh yeah. Calling someone a conspiracy theorist is gaslighting to make us seem crazy. Exactly, Kel. They don't want you to think that it can be. No, am I saying Delphi is a conspiracy? To me, it seems like they're trying to make it that. Right? It might have been a conspiracy, not to cover up Odinism, to cover up other people involved. It's possible. Do I know that 100%? No. But it is possible. It is possible some of these people got themselves in a ringer and they created this massive lie or cover up to try and save somebody or who knows. I mean, do we really know anything? I don't know. I live out here, right? We got small troubles in this little town too. So I wake up, I watch the news, I see the papers. Uh, Corruption is real, but it's just like everything else, folks, right? And and don't get me wrong, I know people all over the world, and they even say they have problems in their little towns, in their cities, or whatever. I don't know what can bring somebody to kill somebody, right? I've talked to people that have been in prison, right? That done bad things, but they didn't end up killing the people. They're like, I just, they couldn't do it. Even people that have been in jail or whatever for rape or whatever, right? Because 9 out of 10 times, these crazies, if they rape somebody, instead of taking the chance of being caught, they end up killing the woman, thinking nobody will know now. But in their sick little heads, now they're going down for murder and rape, right? They just doubled their, I don't know, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Well, we have plenty of proof. Yeah, we have plenty of proof that there are some serious shady shit going on in the Delphi case. Oh, Kel, don't tell me about it, dude. I've been battling with Greeno and Harmon for many years. I didn't buy their shit. I even went into their chat, told them, you guys should really turn yourselves in. And I'm not buying your crap. I got no beef against any of them. That's what I told them. But you're suspects. And I didn't say that. You guys said that on your videos, that you were questioned in the Delphi case. Well, shit, Sean Harmon did the boot scoop boogie out of Indiana. He was out of here like a hot potato. Boom, gone. Anthony Greeno, he split. He was in Delphi the same day of the murders. He even said he was by the bridge. Yeah, but they don't even realize they're saying that. It's crazy. I'm like, are you guys acting? Right? You're acting, right? They're like, no. His phone was taken from him. Harmon was screaming it was his dad and his son. The girls were pregnant and all this and that. I was like, and that was way before all this crap. Hell, Harmon came into my chat. I even gave him 2 hours to explain his story. And it was the same thing over and over again. And then he was attacking people all over the place. He was even attacking my channel and other people that came into my channel. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah, he was I started watching the Delphi case. I remember seeing it on the news that night it happened. I wasn't even in the crime division yet. I was watching a lot of crime channels, but I wasn't in the channels yet. And I did my first video, and everyone saying, you got to check these guys out. They live there. They know exactly what's going on. And after listening for about a year, 2 years to their story, I went into their chats and I'm like, you guys should turn yourselves in. And how do you guys know all this information when it hasn't even been released by the police? And what are you talking about? Sticks and carving in trees and girls decapitated or, they had some of the stuff right, but other stuff they didn't have right. But then again, we had the police coming out saying that only the killers would have known the crime scene. There's only 3 people that would have known the crime scene: the searchers, the police, the FBI, and that's about it. And guess who else? The killers or killer. So somebody leaked it to them idiots. They wanted to be the superstars. They directed the case. If you got too close to the truth, they would jump off and do another video of somebody else was the bridge guy. Lay low and chill. I might do that here, but right now I'm trying to focus on this crime video. I might end here shortly, lay low and chill, and then come back with a fire and play some guitar. Without a deal, why would he tell on anyone? That's his own card. What do you mean, Mark? Who? Oh, wait, let me read Valdez. Sean Harmon's videos are still up. Even the ones of him using dope. Yeah. Even the ones of him making threats to me, saying he was going to whoop my butt, and his family belongs to some bigotous, I don't know, syndicate mafia or something like that. He was saying the mafia killed the girls, the syndicate, and I went in there. I said, there ain't no way Italian. I grew up with Italians. There is no way Italian syndicate. And he's like, the syndicate. I'm like, that is the syndicate, the Italians. Idiot, what are you talking, syndicate? That's another term for this thing of ours, the mafia. I'm like, there's no way the mafia killed them 2 little girls. They would have killed all yous before they killed them 2 little girls. I didn't buy his story, Mark. He got pissed. Next thing I know, he's making videos. He's gonna kill me. And I got all kinds of ass whoopings coming, and I'm like, and I even told the dude, hey, you got talent. You're a funny dude. But how do you know these things when nobody's got information? The police didn't even release that information. How did he know that crap? How did Greeno and them know it? What was the big argument between Greeno and Sean Harmon? They said they were just friends and they were having an argument, whatever. Right? I don't know. I don't even really want to know. But I'll tell you what, this case way before all this stuff came out with these new creators saying this was all leak and all this crap and everything. I'm like, this is old stuff. And either these guys got spooked and they are part of this trafficking kitty porn snuff video thing or prostitution gang or whatever it is down there that all these people were talking about, or there's no reason these folks should even have this information of photos of 2 young minor girls. And now, of course, a lot of people got pissed at me because they're minors. Nobody should have had them photos. But the rules have changed since we were growing up. Mark, you remember when we were growing up? You weren't able to talk about a minor. You weren't able to put their name in the press. You were not able to put their name in the news. You were not able to say anything about a minor's record. That was the laws when I was growing up. If you got busted by the police and you were under 18, they could not put it in the paper. All they could say is somebody got picked up for that. They could not say it was a minor or whatever. That was against the law. But the laws have changed. Good evening, Mrs. Pickles. How you doing? Casa Nostra. Yeah, Valdez. Listen, I watched the videos of Sean Harmon making videos about his cousins, him talking to his cousins on the phone, and his cousins saying, you're nuts, Sean. You're nuts. he was claiming he was related to people, and they were like, he is not related to me. He's nuts. It wasn't his dad. It wasn't whatever. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows? But this, all I know is them YouTube creators and Bruiser, Hoosier, all them dudes. They were all together on Anthony Greeno's videos. All them dudes. They all met up out there. Every single one of them dudes. Bruisers, Hoosier, True Crime, uh, Randy Gravitt, all them guys were all together. Sullivan, uh, Michael, the one from Wild uh, Wilderness or whatever, him and his crew, right? They were all on a video together. I think in Greeno's apartment or house or someone's house, or they all were together. And then now Greeno's saying, I don't, no, I don't, no. Everyone's asking, where's your videos? Right? Because I'm not lying. I wouldn't lie about that. You're not. I'm not going to lie about a murder case. I know what I seen. I know what I heard. Um, I watched both of them channels. Even Anthony Greeno has been in my chat and even messaged me on Facebook, telling me to mind my business. And I said, well, I got a couple questions for you, big guy. Right? Got a couple questions for you. Right? How do you find a phone at the murder scene? And the police don't want it, but they want your phone. They want to take your phone, but you tell them, here, I found this phone at the murder scene. We don't want it. Keep it, but we would like your phone. Does that make sense to anybody? Yeah, Michael Catt was questioned too. I watched the video where Michael Catt, and I liked Catt. Catt was a good creator. I liked it. He was more my style of a dude, laid back, chill, hippie. I liked him, but even he came out on his video and said he was questioned. And then he started talking about if it was Anthony Greeno, and Anthony Greeno came to him and told him it was him, that he wouldn't even give up Anthony Greeno because they were brothers. I was like, what in the heck is going on? What is going on? What do you mean you're going to cover for one of your brothers? You know, I love my brothers, but if I found out they possibly raped or killed two young girls, uh, that would eat on me, right? I love them to death, but they'd have to go. I'm sorry. They would have to go. Right, I knew it wasn't the mafia. I knew it wasn't even the Mexican cartel. How they were talking about the drugs. It was their gang. I'll tell you what, Mexican cartel ain't gonna kill two girls. That's way bad for business. There ain't nobody gonna buy drugs from you. Start killing little girls, right? That just ain't business. They just don't operate like. It's going to kill people. They're gonna kill the whole family. Make sure there ain't nobody left. I mean, I'm just giving it to you how it is, folks. Do the research. And I know for a fact there ain't no Italians uh, that killed them two little girls. That the Italians would have done the same thing. They would have killed the people that were going to do the killings. And the Italians are pretty strict with rules. They don't kill kids. That's a rule. Right? It's on how you're raised. Right? My family ain't into that bull crap, right? That's why I'm not worried about anything like that. I'm just saying, right? When Michael Katz said that about Greeno or one of his friends, I questioned him like, you know, hey, I know the dude's your brother, whatever it may be, but if it comes down to it, where he killed two little girls and might have done something disgusting to them or whatever, whoever that brother would be, uh, I know you love him, but you have to question yourself, right? You gonna leave him with your kids? I don't think so, right? Whether whoever it is, right? You would feel horrible. Who would even admit to a crime like that? Who would even admit that they had a family like that? I don't know. What do I think? I don't know. These guys might have made the whole dang thing up. They might have had a couple tips. They might have been there, whatever. Greeno, I don't think Greeno's bridge guy. Everybody is Greeno bridge guy or not. No, what about voice guy? Possibly. But here's the thing. He wanted. It's very possible somebody got the voice recording up because Greeno says the same thing as voice guy on his channel. Could have been mixed up. Could have been. It could be. It sounds like to me maybe one of these other guys that we're watching on YouTube. It could be something that's sick, folks. It could be. We're going off a small clip too of a voice, right? Small clip. But like I said, we're having a problem out here, right? I don't even hang out with people I used to hang out with just because they ride in clubs, right? Don't want no associated with it. And the big thing in Indiana is a lot of these dudes are getting picked. They just picked up some biker dude, found 5 pounds of meth, uh, tons of weapons. They also had them on prostitution, young age women that they were sleeping with, of some club or something, a president or something like that. They were saying of a club out here or a sergeant in arms or whatever. The list went, and I was shocked myself. You would think they don't do that kind of stuff, but if you do the history of MC clubs, uh, they do operate. They're like that. If they can take a woman and prostitute her out or a young kid, which we all didn't think that was possible, they don't operate like these uh, porn or whatever it is, pedo thing, photo people, but anything is possible today, right? I'm noticing these clubs, they adapt, right? They change, they adapt. So it's very possible that everything the police and the government that was telling us out here on the news is the truth. It's a bunch of sickos, and they've been making arrests. I just think some of these guys pled to lesser charges. They might not have done the murders. They might not have been there, but they knew the guys that did the murders or the person that did it, or they might have had a hand in it somewhere using that fake account. Uh, and one got picked up, ratted on people. You know how the police work. If you do this, you plead to a lesser charge, less time. No one will know. We're not going to charge you with murder or pedo crimes, and this all goes away. You do your time or whatever it be. Uh, and I think that's what's been going on because they have been making a lot of arrests down there that have to do with uh, women, prostitution, kids being kidnapped, and stuff like that. So it makes sense to me, but I'm no professional, man. This is all speculation and my theories. Christopher, all gone now. What happened? Mark Klein, I worked at Kmart for 6 years. There isn't one left in California. Uh-oh, Nat's ass is here. How you doing there, Nat's ass? Lay low and chill. I think the Kmart is still open in Florida. Yeah, maybe. I had stock in Kmart, worthless. I don't know. I have no idea. I was a manager in that ass. Can you get that spill? I don't know. If there's any spills around here, get a hold of Valdez. He'll clean it up, especially oil. You got a lot of oil to clean up, Valdez. I think we're still cleaning up that mess. Wasn't that the Valdez oil spill? I think it was. I think it was. Look at this little baby. She ain't even, she's out like a light. I'm telling you what it was. I gave her a piece of chicken and that knocked her out. I know. They're like, do you gave her a piece of, I gave her a piece of chicken and that's all it took. I think chicken is like turkey to dogs. Because she had that little tiny piece of chicken, about the size of a chicken nugget. And she crawled right up on her bed and she was like, I think I'm going to take a nap. And I was like, go right ahead. Johnny, that was a statement, not a question. I sure as bleepity bleep know that you don't know, go, or got me pissed already. Oh my God. Nat's asked, can you please, just please tone it down tonight? You were doing good. You came in, hey Johnny, how you doing? And now you're already down to your back. So one of the greatest trolls in the world they pulled on. They're saying that it could be Bill Gates. Now, if it's you, Billy, they must have brought you out. I must have struck a vein. Someone get a hold of Parker Gold Rush. I need a water pick. I hit a vein. My girlfriend worked at the Kmart. Best friend brother. He did the blue light. I have no idea. There ain't too many Kmarts left. You probably would make a lot of money if you brought the Kmart franchise back, but uh, we were raised on Kmart. That's the problem with the world. There just ain't no good cartoons anymore. Um, there ain't no good cheap stores no more. What happened to the mom and pop little breakfast? But we got them out here, right? We got a couple little mom and pop breakfast places. I used to go to this place underneath a bridge out there in Oak Lawn, I think it was. There used to be a the underpass there. There was a little restaurant underneath it when I was a kid. My grandpappy and the rest of them, he would take the family out and we would go to this place, Mark, out there. I forget the name of the restaurant. It was out there either in, was it Cicero or it might have been Oak Lawn. But the eggs, bacon. They just don't make breakfast like they used to. Valdez says I was in charge of the layaways. Oh man, people would get nuts. Oh, layaways? Dad, you can't even do that anymore. Oh, you can at Walmart, but they look at you funny. Can I put this on layaway? What's that? I don't know. Back in the 70s and 80s when we were growing up, you can walk into a store and put something on layaway. Really? Yeah. Right? You bring a phone in there from 1979 or 80. These people look at it like, what is that? It's a phone. Really? Yeah, you put your finger in that thing. It's called a dial. They don't even know that What happened? Satan took their brains. I'm telling you, they did. These kids don't even know anything anymore. Not even the people. They don't. What kind of world are you folks gonna? I don't know. Sunny side up eggs, pancakes. You remember Denny's? Uh, Denny's was great too growing up. The security dude at Maryville Kmart, Gary Cop, was arrested for stealing. We had a cop out there that lived in my town. That I grew up out there in Chicago or outskirts of Chicago. Boy, he would shake everybody, all of us kids. He would shake down, right? He'd stop and he would just harass everything. Well, one day, mysteriously, we woke up, right? And everybody was, you see the newspaper? No, it's happened Saturday morning. I even had my cereal. And, I was still watching cartoons at 16, 17, right? Wake up in the morning, have my bread, watch my cartoons, right? I'm not, the cop got arrested. He got caught stealing. Oh, the whole town, all the kids were like, are you kidding me? We were all on the phone calling each other. Did you hear the cop got busted? Yeah, he was shaking us down for everything. They busted him at Walmart. He was stealing. Right? Ah, you kidding me? Yeah, he was. I guess he stole a bunch of garden hoses and all kinds of stuff. And he was a cop. They busted. They had him on camera or whatever. The whole town was jumping for joy. They got him. Man. Every time he drove by after that, we were like, yeah, turn yourself in, idiot. Make it easy for us. There's corruption everywhere. People would put hundreds of dollars of stuff on layaway, then be shocked because the layaway got canceled because they didn't make any payments. Yeah. That's what they need to do is bring back layaway. But you people have to make your payments, right? Layaway, you don't get the merchandise right away. They put all the merchandise somewhere and then you make monthly payments on it. Once it's all paid, then you get the merchandise. Mark Klein says Chicago South Suburb cops are a gang. Yeah. Oh, it's nuts there. Are you kidding me? I got people calling, going, you're not going to believe this. You remember the cornfield over on LaGrange 159? Yeah, we used to ride our dirt bikes out there, party at bonfires, puked all over that place many, many nights, hanging out. You're not going to believe this. What? They turned it into a fireworks place. The dang thing blew up and took out just about half the suburb. You're kidding me. I wish I was there. That would have been something to see. They had a big firework uh, plant out there off of LaGrange, 159th LaGrange, I think it was. Unincorporated, Mark, out there by Andrew Corporation, where we made satellites and everything. And there was a big firework warehouse out there, and that sucker went up, man. And I knew when I moved to town, everybody was talking about, be careful. That firework place goes up. It's all over with. But I hung out with a couple dudes, and their mother used to work there, and she was burned from it real bad. I loved growing up in Illinois, right? And it's funny, in Illinois, you get so far out of the city, and it was nothing but cornfields out there. I mean, in the early 70s and 80s, You drive 30, 40 miles outside of Chicago, and it was all cornfields. It was all cornfields. Now it's like driving in the city. My good buddy, passed away uh, years ago, and I had to make a trip to Chicago to go visit him. That is, you know, and which was good. I seen a lot of my old buddies, but it's been many years since I've been to Chicago, and I drove out there, and I just couldn't believe it, man. Orland Park, Tinley Park area, Oak Forest. I just could not believe it was like driving into the city. It was like driving in the city. It was on the traffic, the house on top of house. I couldn't believe it, man. I mean, it was like driving in the city. Buildings everywhere, everywhere. I'm like, they wrecked it. They wrecked West Haven and Tinley Park, and well, they didn't wreck it. It just yield. Yeah, I love living up here. Well, when I went on vacations and stuff, fishing and everything, it was either up north or it was down south with the family and everything. So I'm not 60, Nat's ass. I'm 50 something years old. I'm not 60. Why are you trying to upset? I'm not going to let you get to me today. Working. Did I spell that right? Even if you didn't spell it right, Debbie, Foxy, Fox, Fox. That's all right, sweetie. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to. Why are people so, I don't know, crazy? Just crazy. But that's my stick on Delphi and Kolburger. Now, I want you folks to read uh, the memoirs of Brian Kohlberger, because that'll explain what's going on inside of Kohlberger's mind. Now, do I know for 100% fact that Kohlberger's the killer? Well, they got DNA. And that's enough to. He was there. He might not have done the killings, but he was there, or it was his knife or something. Or he was framed, one of the two. But let's get these cases going. We were so close with Delphi. We, the people, were ready for Delphi. We really were. The state was ready, right? How do you get a case? How do you bring a case of two murder girls in, and you're still investigating and telling people we might be locking more people up in this case, right? Yeah. I think the police are doing the best they could. Uh, and it's hard to work when you got your own police office leaking information, right? When the police come out and say it's a hush hush case, that means it's a hush hush. You don't release any information or nothing. All right, folks, that's just my opinion. Debbie, I'm 60, also in shape, to be honest. There's no proof of you're even in shape, or if that's even you, pretty boy, Mark Klein. We're not falling for all these fake accounts, right? The Mark Klein that used to come in here had a missing front tooth. And this guy, I'm not sure. We'll run checks on him. My picture was 59. He's 59 now. Now you're changing your story, ain't you, Mr. Klein? I'm joking. That's Mark Klein. Mark says 60 is the new 25. I wish. Well, I'm waiting to design that new drug to pump. I can't even. I'm not going to talk about anything because they'll strike me if you talk about anything, information about anything. All right. I hope you folks like that. I'm gonna end this video. And what time is it? It is 1:45. Maybe I won't do a video. Lay low and chill. I know you want me to play some guitar tonight. I was going to do a fire video, peaceful fire video, maybe do some singing, playing, but kind of late, right? Maybe I'll just. I hate making these videos and then I stray away from the topic. I don't edit anything. I just wing it and go with it. And I start a video on talking about crime and it ends up we're talking about something else. I don't know. Debbie, I have to check with my mod, Debbie Fox, if she feels like staying up tonight, or will I have to mod myself if I go live again tonight? Nats asked, are you hangry? I don't know what's wrong with him. Just go to bed. Nats asked, why are you trying to control me? Which everybody, if you read, don't read his name backwards. Don't even give him the power. He came in here the other day and he said, haha, I got you because you can't even read my name backwards. No, I can't. I know what it says. I'm not going to give you the power, Satan. Right? I'm not giving you any power. You might want to change your name back to Bendejo. Or Paige Turner, which has been missing for a couple days ever since Nat's ass came in here. I am all right, Debbie. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video. And I think I'll do a half hour, maybe a fire video, relaxing fire with some maybe guitar talk, maybe some adult talk, right? Just kind of get wild in my chat once in a while. But don't you worry about it. I'm all on these guys. I'm not going to. Paige is blocked and pissed. Yeah. Thank God she's got all kinds, or he's got all kinds of other accounts. Now, where was I? Klein says, Harry Carey, baseball. Read ball players backwards with drunk. I'm getting upset because Nat's ass mentioned something about, well, I'm not really getting upset, but now Nat's ass, you're trying to get my viewers and subs to fold to your power because now Mark Klein, who's been in many, many crime channels, who they're saying could very well possibly be the next Columbo. Now you got him talking about baseball players saying it backwards when you're drunk, my viewers. You're not going to do it. White Sox and Cubs. And you know him. Oh, Harry Carey? Oh, yeah. Me out to the ball game. Take me. Oh, whoa. Yeah. You know how many nights he almost fell right out of the announcing booth drunk? You know how many nights they had to carry him out of there, Mark? Right? Oh my God, what happened to him? None. They're taking him home. He looked like he's just drunk. Harry Carey, what happened to him? They're taking him home on a stretcher. We're gonna take him and drop him. We loved Harry Carey. We loved Harry Carey. Are you kidding? Them glasses were so thick. You could have burned a building down if you held them up to the light. Klein, am I lying? Don't tell me. I went to the ball games out there in Chicago with Harry Carey. Are you kidding me? He gets so drunk you don't know. You'd see 8, 9 people walking out of the announcing booth on a stretch. What is going on? Oh my God, no, Harry. No, don't worry, we're just driving him home. He drank too much. Oh, okay. That's was Chicago. That's what we did. He did almost fall out the booth when they're trying to catch a foul ball. He was so dry, he almost fell out of that dang thing. I think after, I think they made a chair with a strap in it so he could not fall out. And boy, did he like to drink, huh? Did he like to drink or what? Well, Harry Carey, you couldn't even understand what he was saying. Oh, shut up, man. Son of my God. What did he just say? I don't know. But boy, he is hammered. Drinks on the house. Drunk always. Oh my God. He was, even during the day. You got an interview tomorrow, Mr. Harry Carey there. Right? Be 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 8 in the morning, Harry. Get the day started. What the heck, Debbie? Get off my panty line. What? Party line. That's so cool, Christopher. I used to do Orlando Magic games. I met Shaquille O'Neal. Oh my God, he's huge. They say he's dumb. I've been listening to all these guys impress him or personate him or whatever. My name is Shaq. I don't care what you say. I'm not as dumb as they say. I'm not as dumb as Charles. I woke up and see Mr. Johnny is live. What a treat. What do you mean you just woke up? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, that's Bella Blaney. Miss Bella, how you doing today? I've seen you today, I think, over at Griff's. Eighth wonder of the world, soon to be the next Avalon Lavigne. Now, wait. Is that a singer? I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm waiting for his head to spin around and vomit green puke out. Bella. Wait, is Johnny... What? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Yes, I was there for about 30 minutes. He was funny. Oh, he's funny, but it comes and goes. It comes and goes. It's probably the penicillin that he's been making himself and taking himself. I don't know. Did you tell Mrs. Griff about that? I don't know why she leaves him alone during the day. He's like a kid. He's getting in all kinds of trouble. He don't care about nothing. Johnny only drinks Brago soda. No, I don't. Bella, Debbie Fox, hi, pretty girl Debbie. Oh, you ladies are great. The great Debbie Fox. No, Kelt, he doesn't drink K or drugs or do drugs. Johnny is squeaky clean. No, I'm not. Oh, no, I don't drink alcohol no more. I don't do any heavy drugs or anything like that anymore. Just stuff they prescribed from the doctor. Right? I had to quit taking that too. For a while. Maybe I'll get, I think maybe I will. I'm going to go into the doctors and tell them I need something. Right? I'm a YouTuber. I've been working on a case. I need something. Give me whatever you give these cops when they had a bad day or whatever. Johnny, can I have a can of grape Frago? I don't care what you have. I don't have no grape Frago here. Sorry. I don't get into the grape. I cut way down. For a long time I quit drinking soda. Drank nothing but water and juice and coffee. And then I've been having heart burn. So I went back to drinking sodas when I have heartburn. All right, I'm going to end this video. I'll be right back. Maybe I'll do a fire video. You guys want to hang out and do a fire video? Johnny likes lemon water. Yeah, I got some lemon water. mixed with cranberry juice. I think they shell, or I think they sell Fago at the True Value down the street. Yeah, they got it stacked up to the ceilings out here, right? 99 cents for a 24-ounce bottle, right? They're pumping that. The sugar is cheap. The sugar is cheap. The food that'll keep you alive, very expensive. Oh, my Yorkie, or it ain't my Yorkie. It's I'm babysitting the Yorkie. She is sleeping right now like a baby. What you doing now, baby? You sleeping? You sleeping? Huh? Then she's gonna pass out. She'll be sleeping like a baby tonight. Oh, she's alive. It lives. Look, what are you doing? All right. No, no, she's back out. Yeah, that fast. Isn't that the one you babysit? Yes, I have her for a day or two. I do all kinds of stuff. Babysit dogs, rake leaves, cut grass. I got to make a couple quid, right? Got to survive. You're not going to get rich on Social Security, disability, or Social Security. I'll tell you that much. Dang. We thought we were rich when they gave us a $250 for food. But that was only for a year. And then they took that away from everybody. Now everybody out here in Indiana's going, why'd you take our food? I'm like, that's part of the plan. They're hoping that we will become cannibals and eat each other, and then they won't have no problems in Indiana. So I guess now people are becoming cannibals. I'm not sure. Dog hates true crime. Yes. Oh, this dog? Or are you talking Dwayne Chapman, the bounty hunter, the dog, which Ernie Shell claims he knows. And the rest of these crime fighters on here claim they all know the dog. I don't think you do, because if you did, he probably would have smacked the crap out of you a long time ago. If you're watching, dog, I don't believe what they're saying that these guys know you, work with you, made thousands of apprehension, arrest with you. All right, I will be back here in a minute. What Celt say? Shit, I predict I'll be homeless within the next 15 years. I doubt it. Don't be talking that way, Celt. Excuse me. I'm sure you'll be fine. All right, Debbie, what'd he say? What did Nat's ass say for you to remember? You know what? You're not even going to bother me today, Nat's ass. And I know what you're trying to do to get me to read your name backwards, but it ain't working today. I'm sorry. I have company today. I'm babysitting this dog. If this dog wasn't here, well, then it'd be a totally different story, but I cannot do it in front of the youngin'. Just don't worry, Johnny. Let it go. I'm letting it go. Bella, I want you to go ahead and try and do your best to talk to Griff to see if we can't get him into somewhere. Some kind of psychiatric place or something. I don't know, maybe a good exorcism with some holy water and the good Lord. They brainwashed him. Oh, he used to be funny. He used to be great, but he's gone too far. And please, I'm Mrs. Griff is going to have to take him to work. I'll call her work personally. I'm sorry, but Mrs. Griff is going to have to bring her 60-year-old husband to work with her because he cannot be left alone at home alone. He's growing his own penicillin and doing experiments on himself. He shaved his head. He's got a devil head that he puts on his table. He cannot be left alone. You have to take him to work. Only you can save him, Bella. He will not listen to me. He's gone off the deep end. All right, I'm going to end this thing. I'll be right back here shortly. Even if nobody even watches, I get in a I'll get in a real fast fire video, peaceful fire crackling and relax. Mark, have a great day and be safe and keep your eyes open, and you keep your eyes open for terrorists and bad guys. Or it's all over the YouTube and everything. You're under attack or whatever. Be safe and God bless Chicago and what's left of it. And send my love to the Chicagos and tell them I'm still alive. I'm out here. Let them know their boy's still out here. I'm here, Chicago. I haven't forgot about. That's one thing I never forgot about was where I came from. Even though there was garbage everywhere and madness, I never forgot about it. It actually made me a better person. Right? It made me a better person. Now somebody please push that dead person out of the way so I can walk into the restaurant and have some food. Thank you. I'm joking. All right, I'll be back. God bless you all. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. And them are my opinions, my theories, and my thoughts on the kolburger case, and which I want to question Brian Kolburger in the Delphi case. Did he know anybody? Could he have possibly been contacting these people? What caliber of weapon did Kolburger have? How many knives? We're finding that Delphi, the murder weapon was not a pistol. It was a knife. Possibly two knives. Maybe. But I'd be questioning a lot of people if the MO fits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. I want to thank the great Debbie Foxy Fox. I want to thank Bella Blaney, the great mod. I want to thank Mark Klein, all the rest, Lay Low and Chill, Ombeck, Pecky Peck, everyone that stopped in. Kelt, Justice Jane, great people. Them are just my opinions, folks. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to do nothing. You people are adults. You should be able to use your own minds and think for yourselves, and you should be able to connect the dots. God bless you all. Have a good night. And I will be back in a few minutes with a peaceful fire video. Have a great night, folks. God bless everybody.